How's it going? Trent Freer here, and today I'll be doing a knot video. I've had a few questions about what kind of leader knots I use and plus other knots that I use in my fishing. So I thought I'd do a bunch of knot videos and put them up on my channel. And the one that I have chosen is the double uni knot. It is a leader knot, and an especially good leader knot. It's very simple to tie and it is a very strong knot. And another good thing is, if you're just stepping out of just using straight mono or fluorocarbon and starting to use braid for the first time and you need to tie a leader on, it is a very excellent knot to sort of get you into leader knots. So I'll be using some big rope, and it's just I've got it a couple of different colors so it stands out and it's easy to see what I'm doing on the camera. And after I've tied the knot with the rope, I'll move on to using some actual braid and some mono or fluorocarbon, whatever I've got sitting down here at the moment. I didn't really look. And then I'll show you what it actually looks like, the knot with fishing line. So we'll just change the camera angle and then we'll get in nice and close, and I'll try to do it nice and slow so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So let's do it. Okay, so we've got our two bits of rope, the blue and the white and black, and this is going to represent our braid and our leader line. So the blue one will represent the braid, and the white and black spotted one will represent our leader material, whether it be monofilament or fluorocarbon, whichever you prefer to use, of course. So what we need to do is we need to have both tag ends going opposite to each other but going parallel at the same time. So you put them going next to each other, parallel, but going in opposite directions. So once you've got both of them going in opposite directions to a certain extent that you can have enough tag to use, then all you need to do is make a nice big loop, come back around, and then pinch it with your thumb and your pointer finger. Now when I'm looking at it from this angle, it should look like a number 6, and that's when you know you're doing it right. So you give yourself a nice bit of tag, a nice bit of loop there to work with so you can go in and out it, and then all you do is use that tag and then you go in through that loop, and then you make it loop around both of them lines that are parallel together in the loop. So all you do now is how many loops you need to do. So I use this knot from 20 pound down to say 3 pound line, and when I'm using it, I roughly about 12 pound up to 20 pound I'll do 6 wraps, and any less I'll bump it up to either 8 or 10. But for this demonstration with this thicker rope, I'll only do 6, because once you do a little bit more it starts to get a little bit harder. So I'll do 6 just for this demonstration. So I've already got one completed, so then we'll go around and go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll go 5. And then you just hold the bottom of that loop and you just start snugging up. It's going to be a little bit harder with this thicker rope than usual, and just keep on snugging it up, and then you'll have one half of uni knot. So all you need to do now is turn it around this way, pull some through so you get a nice length to work with, and then once again the same way, a loop towards you, pinch it in your thumb and your pointer finger to make that 6 when I'm looking directly at it. Looks like a nice number 6. Give yourself enough loop to work with, but make sure you got enough tag. And same thing, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then same thing again, just sort of hold the bottom of the loop, keep it nice and neat. I'm gonna have to push it up with my finger because it's thick, and that's just how it goes with this rope. And just keep on pushing it up, and there we go. We've got the second half of our uni to uni knot done. Once you have that, all you need to do is grab both of your main lines, so the main part of your braid and the main part of your leader, and just start to pull the knot together. I'll try to go slowly so you can see what's going on, but it's just thick rope, so it's gonna jerk a little bit. So once you get nice and close, obviously if it was your braid and your leader, you'd wet it down about now just to moisten the knot so you don't burn your leader line. But just for the demonstration with the rope, we don't have to do that. So we just keep on pulling it in until it's nice and tight. And there you have a double uni to uni leader knot. And like I said, it is a really strong, it is quick and easy, and it's just one of them knots that you need to have in your knowledge to tie, because it's just a really good knot, especially a leader to leader knot. There's been heaps of circumstances where, you know, I've been fishing offshore and it's been very windy, and some other leader knots are just terrible to tie in the wind, where this one's nice and quick and simple. And yeah, I definitely rate this knot, and I do definitely still use it in my fishing today. So now I'll go to using braid and some mono line so you can see what the knot looks like with a fishing line. So we'll cut to that right now. So here we have, I think this one's 40 pound and 20 pound. I know I said that I use this knot for 20 pound and less with my braided and my leader knot, or my leaders I should say, but just for the demonstration of this video, so it's easier for you to see, I just thought I'd bump up the braid so it's easy to see. And well, the 20 pound, I do use 20 pound on this knot. So exactly the same as before. Cross your lines so the tag ends are going opposite to each other and parallel, so they're moving away from each other. And then once you get enough line, sort of pinch it in the middle. Do your nice loop. So you've got that nice number 6 where you're pinching your thumb and your pointer finger. And then give yourself enough to play with, and I'll just do 6 wraps, just nice and quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I prefer, this is just me, I prefer to start with the leader knot always and get it out of the way first off, and then just snug that down until you get fairly tight. You don't need to go all the way just yet. Like I said, I'm right-handed, so I'll turn it around. I'll pull my braid just through a little bit to give myself a little bit more to work with. And so once again, our lines are nice and parallel. I'll just straighten this up a little bit. And I'll make my loop, I'll pinch it, and then make that nice number 6. And it's pinched in between my thumb and my pointer finger, where the lines are still parallel each other in that loop. That's where I'm going to loop the tag in. And I'll just do another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when you're tightening up the braid side, just keep you're pinching your finger on the bottom of the loop, and that will just keep it nice and neat as it starts to snug up. And with your braid, you can tighten that up just a little bit more than your leader side, because it slips a lot easier. So there we go, we cinched that down nice and snug. So we'll just straighten that back up so they're nice and straight. And then when we get to about there, just wet it down with some saliva. And what I like to do as I'm tightening this knot is on your leader side, just grab that in your teeth and just put a little bit of tension on it as you tighten it down. So there we go. Just bite some of it off. And then just tidy it up a little bit with some scissors. So with the leader end, which is your mono or your fluorocarbon, I'll leave about 1 mil. And on your braid side, probably about 2 mil I leave, just in case of a little bit of slippage. And when your leader knot's going up and down through your guides and your rod, it will fray it and it will make it run nice and smoothly through there anyway. So if you've got that little bit of extra on your braided side. So what I'll do now, I'll just put it on the table so you can see it, just in case the camera's not focusing properly. So then you can see the knot quickly. And then we'll cut back up to the other view. So there you have it. The finished uni to uni leader knot using braid and whatever you choose as your leader line, whether it be mono or fluorocarbon. I've just chucked it on top of my case for my camera, and hopefully it picks it up a little bit better than it was just on the table. So we'll switch camera angles again and go from there. So there you have it, the double uni to uni knot. It is a must know for a leader knot, especially for those out there that are only just starting to use braid and leader line to join them together. It is the perfect first knot to learn. And like I said, it's quick, it's simple, and it's very reliable. But other than that, yeah, definitely use it from 20 pound down. That's just my preference. I mean, you can try it with bigger lines, but it does start to get a little bit chunky and you can hear it going through your guides when you're casting it. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it. So please comment and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.